Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to Satisfactory and to the beautiful factory we've got here going on. We've got everything set up to go to storage now in, a little bit cleaner ways than, well, this chaos that's going on in here. But that is, they're set up to deliver their goods up top or to wherever their home storage unit is. So, in this case, those two are up top. This one's up top as well, and some of the other ones are, they run along the roof into their little respective storage unit over here. So, anyway, we have started creating circuit boards. We haven't made too many because we've, of course, run out of plastic. And, we need to work on getting our plastic supply up, especially since we are going to have to make these two things, which I believe require some plastic. But I need to take a look before we get too far in. We need to take a look at manufacturers. So this is how big these bad boys are, and they are quite the monster. We don't wow, that is the first time I've actually built one, so it is huge compared to the assemblers and compared to the other producing buildings that we have. But let's just click in and see what the recipes look like. So we've got high-speed connectors, heavy modular frames, computers, crystal oscillators, modular engines, and adaptive control units. Now, you can see some of these things are a little bit more complicated, like the adaptive control unit, and I'm sure they're, 1 per minute. Yikes. Very expensive. Oh, very expensive indeed, and very slow to make. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and start making some of the other components like plastic and the electronic pieces in order to move towards building these more complicated items. Heavy modular frames and computers are in our future. But right now, we're going to finish off alternative fuel transport. So this is one of those things that will help us quite a bit here. Oh, I actually don't have everything I need on me, so let's just run back over here. So we're going to wrap that one up, and then we're going to work to unlock the fuel today. Right, believe it or not, we had no more plastic. We actually used all of it. Hello. Come here. Come here. Pet the lizard doggo. Pet him. Look how happy he is. All right, we got. I've only seen those a handful of times, but there we go. There's another one. Now, yeah, we ran out of plastic. So what I'm gonna do real quick, I don't remember which one is plastic. Center output is plastic, so I'm gonna delete this for a second, and we are going to make this make some plastic for us. So let's select residual plastic. No, wrong one. Let's just select regular plastic. So you need crude oil, and you will be excreting the bad stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to flush the full pipe network here and clear that all out. Now, we do have some fuel here, but remember, these only hold 400, which is absolutely shit. It is terrible. Now, what I did, because I'm a sneaky lad, I brought the hub with me. So, cheating the system, but it works, okay? So, what I'm going to do, we're just going to send off, well, we need 4 more. We're going to send this off to the lands and get the magical things unlocked, which are a fuel buffer. So, let's hear what Ada has to say to us.
Milestone reached. Fluids can now be packaged to allow for transportation via vehicle and conveyor belts. Additionally, highly improved biofuel can now be produced.
Okay, pretty simple. Not a whole lot to say there apparently, but checking off on the more advanced biofuel, that is interesting. Where would that be? Maybe I can't build it by hand. Solid biofuel. Yeah, I guess I probably can't build it by hand. But there you go on that. So that's good. Now, we do have those empty canisters, actually, you just saw there. Empty canisters which can be made out of plastic, which we can then fill with fuel. But, hello, it's very red over here. But if we go into here, we've got some new stuff, I believe, under, organization. There you go. So the industrial fluid buffer. This is very important for our fuel. This is very important for our, well, production of literally anything else over here, and we are going to have to use plastic in order to move this along here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to slap one of these down so that we can continue to make more plastic, because what's going to end up happening is this will fill up after, well, what, 40 minutes? It'll be completely full, which will prevent us from moving forward. So instead of being brutally prevented, I am going to slap this down. Now, this thing does look like it just goes boom, to be honest. It looks like explosions. But really, it's unfortunate that I had to use the modular frames on this. This is going to be a little, you know, disheartening, a little hurting in the soul. But for now, it's what we have to do. Now, that sweet heavy oil residue will be used for other things, such as, you know, petroleum coke later on. Or, can we make liquid biofuel? Oh, this is how we make liquid biofuel. Interesting. Or we can make residual fuel with it. So that's probably what will end up happening, is some residual fuel will be made. The other thing that we're going to have to do eventually is make fuel. Fuel will be very important because I am conscious of our power supplies. So if we look over at our electricity, wherever my little electrical pole is, here we go. If we look over at this, we're not doing too well when it comes to the balancing act. So that's why our next milestone that we're going to select will be that fuel upgrade. So you can see here we've got Logistics Mark IV. And what we're going to need for that is all those things. We do have some computers, not a whole lot, but we're going to need more. Now we're going to take the hub with us, and we're also going to just quickly grab the plastic that's been produced and set this back to doing this. Now, it's unfortunate that this has limitations and it's going to be producing plastic rather slowly, but we've got some other work to do on the other end. What I'm going to do as well is just say screw it and slam a couple of these in here. Why not 200% and have it produce 40 instead? So, you know, we're pushing our luck here a little bit. 20 per minute for residual fuel. Let's just check this system real quick. So that means that would take 20 minutes to fill, and then this one would take 2 hours to fill. So, you know, not terrible. What we'll do, though, is we'll flush the full pipe network because I'm a piece of shit, just to buy us a little bit more time. Now, off to the home. Alright, so we're well on our way there with plastic now, and we're just going to take a quick gander at this. So we're producing 40 plastic over there, and this little unit here will be consuming 30 a minute. So we're going to have a little bit of excess. I could actually even reduce this if I really wanted to use up less plastic, but we'll have a little bit of a buildup soon, I'm hoping, and then we can figure out the whole computer thing, because the computers also require plastic, unfortunately, but we do need to get the first component done right now. So, you know, the big thing that I was doing between was I actually had built up a handful of the heavy modular frames, and what ended up really locking me was my lack of screws. So we're going to have to up screw production, and there's a very, very easy way for us to do it. So what we're going to do, let's just run over here and I'll show you what I mean. So you can see the screws we're actually out of screws. So if we go right here, we're out of screws. There's no more screws. So screws are limiting our entire facility. You know, not, well, that one's at least maintained, but the other ones I think are lacking screws, if I'm not mistaken. See, yeah, you can see right over there. Screws going in. I think, what are we making, straighters? Rotors, sorry. Yeah, there you go. 15% due to a lack of screws. So, easy solution is to up the screw production. Also, I just want to point out how well we're doing with the modular frames, just while I'm here grabbing some for my little upgrade. Excellent work has been done. You know, things are moving along very well in a lot of these areas. We're using up most of the rotors, unfortunately, but now the problem has become, again, we're running out of screws, so it's messed with things. Otherwise, the system was running so smoothly. But I want to show you down here because I was wondering, I followed the screws, right? You can see there's the line going into the processor over there, right? So that's the line that's actually feeding in, and I was confused because it's getting locked up in here. So I'm wondering if there's something that either A, wasn't upgraded, because in my mind, shouldn't it be running fully, like smoothly? So let's see here. Let's grab a conveyor here. Is there a line right in front? No, it is fully upgraded, right? Like that goes right inside. Ah, see, I knew there was a problem. I was looking at it and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And I was afraid that the problem was actually that I had been shoving too many in here. Oh gosh, how am I supposed to delete that? I guess I can just... There you go. There's our problem right there. Mark II. Okay, well now that that's out of there, this is going to solve quite a few issues. Can I put this on right here? Just click it right back to them. And then... take this. I don't even know. Where was that heading? It's over here? Is it this one? I really hope it's this one. I'm not messing this up. Screws. Let's just follow this along. Yes, that is the correct one. So now that should be running at full capacity there. I have no idea why I didn't notice that before. So in my mind, right, is that now still having the issue of too many screws being thrown at it? Oh my gosh. Is it too many screws? Oh, these aren't even... Are these even all lined up? They are not. Now we're good. Now we're good. So this is a lot of screws that's going in here. A lot of screws are going in here. What we're going to do, we're going to take all of these screws out of here. And yes, I know that you're producing so well, my little units. The fact that those numbers are underneath, they're under 500, is a really good sign. I'm actually going to transport all the excess over myself. And really, what I'm curious about is we're producing 40, so we're at 80, and then I think we got 2 more, right? So that's 80, that's another 80, that's 160 screws a minute being produced. And this can hold 270. So see, completely unacceptable that that was ever running dry. And there you go. That's what it'll actually look like going forward. So let's run over here and dump. Oh, no, wait. I'm not going to actually dump those. These are my screws. These are my screws. I'm keeping them over here. I was going to dump them. I was going to dump them over there. But no, I'm going to keep these for construction purposes because I'm going to need them for my stuff. As in making more of those modular frames so that we can make more modular frames automatically. But really what I want to say is we're not producing enough screws anyway, so you can see the line is not full. So this just means we have the opportunity to fill the line with even more screws, and I know exactly how I'm going to do it. You see that input right there? That input's an input that is screaming for screws to be thrown at it. So I'm going to show you my new little strategy. Alright, so we're talking strategy here. Look at this. This is a Mark I miner. Alright? Now, it is not producing... It's producing 100%, okay? So it's basically running the best that it can. And it is not going over. Alright? It's not going over its production capacity. But what we're going to do is we're going to pull a little sneaky. And we're going to upgrade this. So, Mark II, there you go. So now, instead of 60... it's going to produce 120. Now these 2 smelters were each taking 30, so we were even there. But now it is producing more. So I'm just going to slam those extras in there just to make sure we're balanced out here. And we're going to take this extra here, and we're going to throw it in one of these, and we're going to run it all the way over there where we are hiding our new setup. So probably going to be running it through some good ground, which is okay, and I don't really worry about it. So there we go, right here and right over here. Now this is the part where we do the smelting process, so we can support 2 more smelters, which makes life very easy here. So let's just grab those. 1 and 2 there, and then we just need that sweet splitter. And we're off to the races here, because this is very simple. This is very straightforward and easy what we're doing, right? So they're going to be creating the beautiful iron ingots that we need. And I will get them powered up in a second once I put down our next step. So this is what's wild about this setup, all right? These things here are going to be producing 30 iron a minute. And these here, we're going to be doing the alternative cast screw, and they're going to be consuming 12.5 a minute. I'm really excited for this. This is a new high for us, because we're skipping a step. We're skipping the iron rod production here. And in a second, we're going to see how much we can make just with these 4 alone. All right, here we go. We're clicking it in. Boom. 7. So there, we're off to the races here, folks. We're off to the races here, producing, what is this, 200 screws. 200 screws a minute. This is crazy. So I don't even think we should fiddle with this one, because this one is, what was the math that I did? 40, 40, 160? Yeah, no, this needs its own line, which is totally fine, totally acceptable, and I am thrilled by, to be completely honest with you. And what we're going to do is we're just going to let them produce their stuff for a minute, because if it's 50 a minute, I got about 10 minutes before they fill themselves up fully, and 10 minutes is ample time. And it might be, do we have anything secret in here? No. And it might be ideal to just load the screws in on this bottom half. Okay, those are going fine. How are we doing on this end? No extra screws. Still, see, no extra screws, even though we're running full bore ahead here. Not enough. So let's put in our wall here. We'll put a conveyor wall right here, and we're gonna put a Mark III right there. Boom. I know it's not what we were anticipating doing on the bottom here, but if we gotta do it, we gotta do it. Now, I was thinking of the best way to make this work, and I think we might just put it on top here. So we might just put another layer on and then have it run kind of across here. Is this, yeah, it's not even, okay. All right, so we had a smidge of a backup there just because of, you know, fiddling things around, but now there are new screws going into the system. Here are, you know, the other screws going into the system, and we should be seeing a smidge of a backup now. All right, I lied. There's no backup yet. Are we just feeding screws into everything? You see, this thing's got enough screws. What about the others? Tell me about the things back here. Do you have enough screws? You're struggling to fill yourself up, but here you go. Here's a little snack of screws. This will continue to, you know, consume screws. I think that should do it. If I've got 2 of those going, doing a little bit of quick math here. We got 2 of those going, consuming screws. No, there's only 1 of these actually. Wait a second. 1 of these going, consuming 100 screws. This thing's consuming screws? Oh, okay. So yeah, we're 200 screws, and then so we're consuming 320 screws a minute, but we're producing 380, I believe. So we're in a good space. I think that we could certainly add to this line as well. Really give a little bit of extra there, because you can see it needs it's got some work to do. So we could theoretically snag from here. You're running at 66. Listen, I could take any overflow, turn it into screws, and throw it on the same line. Smart splitters are not a bad idea for using overflow. You could easily take, yeah, any overflow. Wait a second. Because what are you making? You're making rods? Rods at 100. You're just slowing down probably because we're not making enough of the others. So what we could do is this here. Look at a smart splitter. All right. So we'll do that. Take you. And I'm thinking, can I sneak a constructor in here? Hilarious. I love that I can do this. So we're going to sneak a constructor in right there. And we're going to put boom, boom, take you, cast screw, take a little bit of power, snack, boom, done. And then, where is the screw line? Right there. Oh, it's right above it, actually. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I could do... Oh my god, yeah, I could do this. Oh, man, I am cheating the system. But we love it. It's this bottom one? No, it's this top one. No, I can't keep jumping around. Okay, so merger on... I think that's merging on the right line. Yeah, okay. So merger right here. Oh god, I put a merger somewhere. I don't even know where that second merger went. So let's take you. Boom. From there. Screws, yeah? I need to... Oh gosh, I need to go up there. Oh, there's the extra merger that I put up. Okay, excellent. So listen, that is a really good way to add in a few extra screws to the line. And if we've got a little bit of backup, that's okay, because that line is pretty well full in itself. So now this one has added an extra 50. This shouldn't really back up the line. And realistically, this isn't going to be consuming too much. It's not actually going to be outputting too much, because it's only taking overflow, and really the overflow isn't going to be too drastic. You can see this one has some overflow, and now it's actually going up. This one, does this one have any overflow? This one doesn't even have any overflow, which is wild. Anyway, so that's some really good progress there. So having fixed that issue, I'm now going to take a quick look at the plastic. We've got no extra plastic. It's all being consumed, eh? Oh, there you go. There's all the extra plastic, which is not very much. We haven't built too much extra yet. I'm wondering, do I just steal a stack from here? Because we need to be making those computers. And while yes, it does need the circuit boards, I also need them to make the computers themselves. Which is just so much. It requires so much plastic. I think we might actually need to go back and build another refinery. All right, so we're back in a refinery because we got to do a little bit of math here. Now, just checking our power once more to make sure we're going to be okay when we do this. We are consuming upwards of 850. So we can produce 937. So what do you do? How much do you consume? 75 when you're doubled. Okay, so we could throw one refinery down and it shouldn't be a huge issue. But how much are you consuming? So you're consuming 60 a minute. And you are providing... Oh, you could provide... Yeah, quadruple that. Okay, that's good. So you're fine. Can I maybe... Do I have my chainsaw on me? Darn, I don't. I was wondering, maybe I could chop those down. But that's okay. We will simply put a refinery facing this way, and that'll actually be okay. Maybe I actually can face two this way, and I'll be alright. I don't know. It might trip the power, though. We'll see what we can do. I brought enough stuff to make two. And then just come the transportation-wise, logistics. If I put this down, will it be able to supply both? We're going to put this here. Or actually, can I just put a pipeline cross right away? Like, could I just do this, for instance? I don't really intend to have this require anything else other than straight up crude oil. So we're just going to throw those in and throw this one in. And of course, again, you know, like I always say, kind of sort of a quick and dirty system, not perfect. It's totally acceptable. We just need to be producing plastic. That is first and foremost what I'm after, is producing plastic. We're going to use crude oil for that. I'm going to hook one of these up right away. Let's put that down. Where's the power line? There we go. So we're going to hook that up. And I will place this onto this line, because this should have two ends. There you go. Perfect. So we're going to do a line here, and 1 and 2. So perfect. That is great. And then oh right, never mind, I screwed up. All right, so we've got that set up now, and so we need to get the plastic out. So this one is set up, but it's not hooked up to anything. I'm just worried. Can I check this line real quick? Okay. Yeah, we're getting pretty close there. If I put another one on there, we're probably going to break over, right? 880. Oh, yeah, 895. I mean, I could put another one on 95. Oh, it's only using 30. 95. That would put us at 115. Okay, yep, no, I can hook them both up. This is scary. By all accounts, this is kind of terrifying to do. But we're going to do it anyway, and if it breaks the system, and I have to walk home. That's the lesson here. I'll just need to walk home. But producing plastic is worth it. So, pretty well, the main comment would be then that we've begun producing more plastic, but, big but, is concern surrounding the effectiveness of our power supply. So running very low on power, we're cutting it quite close. And if I add anything else, pretty well, anything else to the line, or have things running with more efficiency, honestly, probably even this running with more efficiency, we're screwed. So we're gonna have to be very careful as we proceed here. We're gonna have to be very tactful with how we proceed, because I don't want to run out of power, because it would break everything, and I don't want to deal with that. So we may need to build another coal generator. But effectively, what has now happened is we were producing 40, and now we are producing, what is it, 80? We're now producing 80. So really excellent on our end. Love to see it. We're going to take this and we're going to actually flush the full pipe network. And we're going to make another one of these as well. Oh, we can stack them. Look at me go. Because this is what's needed in order to support the whole line. So now we're kind of at the waiting game stage of things, because we have increased the plastic as far as we can go, and we need to be making those modular frames and those computers, both of which I'm just waiting on screws, and I'm waiting on now all of this plastic. So building those computers is going to be the really challenging bit. It's going to be super difficult to get them done because we need so much plastic, and it's just going to take time. So yeah, I mean, we do need to do a few things, you know, like improve the power supply and all that fun stuff, but I think what needs to happen now is we need to just wait, sit back, relax, enjoy life, and let the system run. So a shorter episode for us. I think they're going to be shorter as we go forward, because it's just a little bit easier on us as we continue to play and let things run and slowly improve small pieces of the system that we've got going on. And we're also just waiting for the full release of the game. It's coming very soon. It's actually going to be coming out September 10th, which is I believe it's a Monday or a Tuesday. And so hopefully we can, you know, include that in the next video. Maybe we have to start a new game. I'm not quite sure. I know they're moving some stuff around, playing with the maps. But either way, I think this is a good place to leave it. Good place to stop. And you'll see us next time with some advancements on those milestones. And maybe we'll finally get those manufacturers down, and everything will be good as new. So if you folks did enjoy this episode, you're enjoying the series, do let me know down below. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and as always, thank you for stopping by. Happy you did, and I'll see you next time.